Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Nadia, and I'm glad to have you join us as we explore productivity in the Midlands. Uh, in this webinar today, we are going to discuss, we will explore the impact of manufacturing productivity and key productivity influencer, including public R&D investment, innovation, and patents, as well as labor market dynamics, with a focus on Midlands. At the end, we close with policy implication and final conclusions. The purpose of the webinar is to provide an analysis of the comparative productivity of UK region in the manufacturing industry with a specific focus on the East Midlands and West Midlands and Yorkshire. It also highlights key trends in the region and policy implications. I should say that this research was motivated by an interesting fact. Drawing on data from the Office for the National Statistics, ONS, the manufacturing sector has been identified as the largest contributor to growth of productivity with a rate of 0.7 compared to 0.1 for the total UK industry. This underscores its critical role in driving regional economic performance. Let's look into the definition. Productivity is defined as output per hour's work, calculated by dividing gross value added GVA by hours worked. However, changes in productivity are measured by comparing current productivity to the previous year or previous period of productivity. So in this definition, when we wanted to evaluate the change, when we want to calculate changes in productivity, we divide the current productivity. We divide the current productivity to the previous year, and increasing GVA while hours are constant, it boosts productivity, while increasing hours work with the constant GVA reduce productivity. Therefore, productivity increases by increasing the GVA or decreasing labor hours. In this slide, in this table, we break down the productivity growth, hour work, and gross value added changes across UK industry for the first quarter of 2024. As you see, manufacturing experienced the highest output per hour increase. It is 6.6% changes because of, first of all, a drop in hours work. So it means that workers worked less. However, at the other side, the output increased. So in total, the change in productivity was positive, and this is a good news. This is for the manufacturing industry for the whole UK. The productivity growth, we can discuss it, and we can divide it, the productivity into two components. First of all, efficiency change, and second, the technical change. So we know that the productivity growth comes or it's influenced by technical change or labor efficiency. The first related to the innovation and the ease with which innovation is spread across industry, while the second part is related to the productivity of the labor force. Considering key factors affecting productivity, the following slide will discuss public investment in R&D and patent trends in the UK that foster technological advancement and innovation. as well as labor market dynamic, ensuring skills, adaptable workers are available for ending with contribution to resilience. This highlights how regional innovation ecosystem contribute to resilience. This slide and this chart highlights public investment in research and innovation by Innovate UK from 2006 to present. As you see, London leads with over 2,000 projects, while the East Midlands had 770 funded projects. The West Midlands had 755, and Yorkshire and the Humber had over 600 supporting initiatives like collaborative R&D and knowledge transfer partnership (KTPs). These regions are fairly similar. I mean, just Midlands and Yorkshire. They are fairly similar in terms of R&D funding, but they have a really big difference with other locations like London. This chart specifically shows regional investment in R&D projects in East Midlands, West Midlands, and Yorkshire and the Humber by Innovate UK. Most projects receive funding between 100K and 1 million, with fewer projects exceeding over £1 million. The East Midlands lead with 770 projects, closely followed by the other two regions, so they are not very different in these terms. For this chart, we wanted to compare how these areas, how East Midlands, West Midlands, and Yorkshire can be different in terms of the project that they receive public funds. So the slide compare Innovate UK funded project by category across 3 regions. The East Midlands leads in knowledge transfer partnership (KTPs) with 248 projects, showing a significant difference compared to Yorkshire and the Humber 165 and the West Midlands 140 in terms of KTP project. After reviewing the public fund investment in innovative project R&Ds, next we explore the UK patent trends. So we want to see how the public investment could affect the trends in innovation and patent which was registered, granted. This chart illustrates the trends in the total UK patent granted from 2014 to 2023. Peaking in 2019 at over 4,000, and the number declined due to the COVID-19 pandemic recession, but show gradual recovery post 2023. This table, as you see, displays regional patent granted in the UK. So from 2021 and 2022, we have 2 years just to compare and see how stable. You can see how stable is the grant, the patent granted. And also in the third column, you see the share of each region. So the table display regional patent granted in the UK for 2021 and 2022. The number of granted patents remain relatively stable over these 2 years. The West Midlands, highlighted in green, held an 8.9% share of the granted patents for the whole UK. Yorkshire and the Humber in brown color had a 4.4% share, and the East Midlands, also highlighted, had a 4.3% share of the UK total. Moving to the next slide, we wanted to show the map and how these patents, the quality of the patent per citation that they had so far. So as you see, the map illustrates the regional distribution of the sum of the patent shares by individual from 1977 to 2019 for the long year, based on the patent that cite UK patent. Regions with the highest number of citations are shown in dark red. The Midlands in shaded in like kind of orange and light orange represent area with fewer than 250 citation compared to the completely kind of dark red, which is over 10,000. And Yorkshire is shaded in light orange, indicating fewer than 100 citations. So if you compare it, it shows that it is pretty, in terms of citation and quality of the patent, it shows a lower like kind of trends compared to other regions, especially in the south, which is expected. Here, we specifically wanted to focus on the top sectors in the patents for the UK. And interestingly, we found that the manufacturing sector show that the top 15 sectors in the UK by accumulated patents from 2014 to 2023 are the manufacturing sectors. Medical technology leads, followed by measurement, transport, and engines pump. This chart highlights the manufacturing sector contributes to the patent activity in the UK. After this, the following slides explore more the employment and workforce dynamic. We discussed already investment in a public, in an innovative project. We discussed about the patent trends. So now we want to more specifically focus on employment and workforce in this region. The slides explore the employment and workforce dynamic. This chart shows the share of innovation-related jobs in the East Midlands from 2010 to 2021, while total job in the region with the black line, as you can see here, increased until 2019 and slightly dropped after 2019. So innovation jobs, which is in an orange color on top, it shows constantly grow from 6 to 8%. So when we come to the year 2021, it is about 8% of the total job in this region, East Midlands. And share of innovation job has been slightly increasing, even when the number of job was decreasing. So this is a good news that they are focusing more on an innovative jobs. More specifically about innovative job in this research, we focus on innovative manufacturing jobs, and the slides present, this chart present, the 3-year average employment for engineers and scientists in the East Midlands manufacturing sector. We use the 3-year average to avoid any kind of a specific year up and down. So it's kind of total 3 years average. So it gives us a more stable data to compare. So we, as you see, programmer and software developer leads, followed by engineering professionals and mechanical engineer, which highlight key role in the region, innovative workforce focusing on manufacturing and engineers. A similar analysis was done for the West Midlands. This slide shows the share of innovation-related employment in the West Midlands from 2010 to 2021, while total job, as you see in the region, the black line here, it's going kind of very smoothly, it's going up. And we do have, again, in 2019, a peak, but it's pretty stable compared to East Midlands. So it rose gradually, and the share of innovation jobs, also in green in this chart, smoothly increase again from about 6 to 8%. So when it comes to 2021, it's about 8% of the total job in that year. To East Midlands, we found that in the West Midlands, also programmer and software developer have the highest employment, followed by engineering professionals and mechanical engineers. This underscores their importance in the region manufacturing sectors. This chart specifically is about the South Yorkshire and the Humber. So the South Yorkshire and the Humber, the slide shows the share of innovation job in employment in this area for the same period, 2010 to 21. And total job in the region, the black line here, it is grow until 2020, and the share of the innovation job in a dark orange color here, around like brownish, it's again about 6 to 8% proportion of the total job in that region. So as you see, that the three regions that we discussed, they are pretty similar in terms of innovation job, and also even in terms of proportion of the innovation job in total jobs. And if we go to more details about the like 3 years average employment for engineers and scientists in South Yorkshire and the Humber. Again, programmer and software developer lead, followed by engineering professional, and mechanical engineers, highlighting key roles in the region manufacturing workforce. So very similar in terms of the workforce. Knowing about the regional workforce, let's find out the Midlands productivity rank. This chart displays the regional labor productivity in the UK for 2021. This is the most recent information that we could receive in terms of comparing them and different regions, measured by output per hours, which is productivity. And as you see, London leads significant, while regions like the Midlands and Yorkshire and the Humber show lower productivity level, which is expected again. And the UK average is indexed as 0. So if you go to this side, the 0, and then anything positive, it comes to London and Southeast and almost the rest of region. In terms of productivity, when it comes at the average, because of London and Southeast, they have really positive productivity. So the other regions show a negative one compared when it's indexed through the 0 for the UK average. If we discuss into the regional productivity trends, which for our research, we focus on Midlands and Yorkshire. This chart illustrates the productivity for Yorkshire, East Midlands, and West Midlands from 2010 to 2022 trends. Productivity trends vary by region, with the West Midlands generally leading, followed by fluctuation in Yorkshire and Humber, and also in the East Midlands. Again, West Midlands with metropolitan, it makes sense in terms of having a higher productivity rank. For this like kind of graph, I think we need to get into detail more, because this is showing the sub-regional labor productivity growth rate in the Midlands and Yorkshire from 2019 to 2024. So this is about 5 years, the last 5 years. So we wanted to see what is the labor productivity growth, what is the change in the labor productivity and sub-regional. And with the information, with the data that we have from ONS, we found that I can explain this chart. The left side up this area, it shows that the chain volume measures, which is output growth, it's increasing. And I will explain chain volume measures, just many of you may know, but just this is a way of measuring real economic output that adjusting for inflation. So there is any effect of the price change has been offset already. So whenever we have like kind of a region in this left side up, it shows that the productivity has increased while the working hours has been decreased. So our worker, they work less, but they had a better output. Their output was increased. So in total, the productivity had increased, like kind of in a really big difference and change. So it's positively the productivity has changed. And in the right side, again up this chart, you will see in the right side, output increases. Again, the output growth will be positive. However, in this right side, we see also the hours that worker they work, it has been increased. So this is still good because the productivity has increased, but it can be also like kind of the negative result of that the workers they worked higher more. So our best part is when the productivity, the output increase, and also the hours of the worker decrease. So this is the best that we are looking, but still I can say this part is still good because the productivity has increased. So this is the change in productivity. This is productivity growth. So this is not the rank of productivity. And then we come to downside. Here you see down left side, both output and hours decreases. So the workers there, they work less, but also we can see that the output also decreased. And in total, the effect was negative on productivity growth. So the productivity it's negative. The change in productivity is negative, I can say. So, and this data is for 2019 to 2024 for this year. So it's most recent data. So the point is that the East Yorkshire and Northern Lincolnshire, Shropshire and Staffordshire experienced the highest increase in labor productivity. Just to explain the previous chart more in detail, I also have the table here, and this table presents the average rates, the growth of productivity for sub-regions. So we do have two columns. The first one is the change in hour that worker work, and also the second one is the change in output, the output growth. So as you see, the this two highlighted, which is the most like kind of change in the productivity, positive change in the productivity. So as you see, this presents the average annual growth rate in hours worked, and chain value measure output per hour worked from 2019 to 2024 across Midlands and Yorkshire sub-region. It is notable that variation include East Yorkshire and Northern Lincolnshire with minus 1.59, which is the time of the worker. This is negative because the time has been decreased. And at the other side, the output was positively increased 3.10% in output, and then the total productivity change was positive. And the other one, Shropshire and Staffordshire, with a 3.26% and growth in output. Even the time for worker has been increased a little bit, 0.29%. So going to details in terms of what we have learned so far and policy implication. So one important question is, with having these patents all registered and granted patents, so deploying patents in Midlands through how we can deploy that, how we can really apply it in our project and make sure that the quality of that going up. So One thing very important that we can discuss here is the Midlands, deploying patents in the Midlands through partnership, through investment in a workforce training, and digital transformation really can enhance innovation, drive regional growth, boost productivity, and create skilled jobs by bridging invention to application. So we want to have an applicable and practical innovation in the industry that really can help productivity. The second, the Midlands label market, it's strong in terms of manufacturing engineering. However, it needs upskilling in digital and technical skills. Investment in training and educational partnership can align workforce skill with innovation demand. So we can make sure that this innovation really and this technology diffuse in the manufacturing. And third, increasing investment in digital skills and automation can further strengthen resilience, enable sectors to respond flexibly to market changes, and maintain competitiveness. For conclusion, we are coming to the end almost. So we'll, just what I can say that manufacturing is a key driver of productivity across the UK, including in the Midlands and Yorkshire. Although the East and West Midlands, along with Yorkshire, show productivity level below the UK average, they demonstrated growth in patent trends, innovation, employment, and productivity growth. So that might change their productivity rank in the future, with considering the kind of policy implication and all the kind of improvement that they can do. And third, regional productivity is strongly influenced by R&D investment, label dynamic, and support for innovation sectors. These insights emphasize the region's strengths in fostering productivity and innovation, positioning them as a crucial contribution to the regional and UK economic growth and resilience. We are coming to the end. Here is just some definition if you want to refer to that for your information and references. And finally, I can say thank you. And if you have any question, I will be happy to answer.